Hello, the purpose of this video is to demonstrate how to batch plot or publish. Before we begin, it is assumed that you have some familiarity with AutoCAD and that you know the basics of using AutoCAD. If this is not the case, then you should stop now and start with learning the basics of AutoCAD. I am using AutoCAD Electrical 2014 for this demonstration, but this procedure works the same with other versions. Batch plotting allows you to queue up a list of drawings to be plotted all at once instead of having to plot each one individually. In most cases, you can plot a set of drawings in the background while being able to continue work. However, it is important to note that you can only run one plot or print session at a time. It is a best practice to save your plot list as a DSD file in the project directory where the drawings reside so that the list and configuration can be used again in the future or by others. Page setups are crucial to this process and must be created before attempting to do a batch plot or publish. How to create page setups is covered in a different tutorial. Batch plotting is started by entering publish at the command line, or by selecting the batch plot icon on the quick access toolbar, or by selecting the batch plot icon on the output ribbon, or by selecting the batch plot icon on the AutoCAD standard toolbar. It can also be launched from the File menu by selecting Publish. The Publish dialog box will open with a list of available sheets for all current open drawings if the checkbox for Automatically Load All Open Drawings was selected the last time Publish was used. If you do not want open drawings to load all available sheets, then clear the Automatically Load All Open Drawings checkbox before you publish or cancel your batch plot. In the Publish Output group, you can select a number of copies to plot, precision presets, include a plot stamp, publish in the background, or open in a viewer when done. Accepting the default for precision is usually okay. If you wish to include the plot stamp, you will need to select the rubber stamp icon to either load an existing plot stamp file or create a new plot stamp. If you need to use plot stamps, I highly recommend that you read through all of the help files for the plot stamp dialog box and the advanced options dialog box before you do. Selecting the Publish in Background checkbox will allow you to continue to work in AutoCAD while your batch plot is running. It is important to note that only one plotting or printing session can run at a time. Tip: if you have problems with your batch plot job, it does not seem to run, you get errors, or it plots only the first drawing in the list, clear the Publish in the Background checkbox. This will cause each drawing in the list to be opened in order to plot, and you will not be able to continue working in AutoCAD until the batch plot job has finished. Next to the Publish in Background checkbox is an icon with an arrow. This icon will toggle or reverse the order of the plotting when you publish to a plotter named in the page setup. It will be grayed out for all other Publish To selections. The Open in Viewer checkbox should be checked so you can view your PDF files when done. When printing to a plotter or a printer, it will be ignored. Select the Publish Options button. Here you will determine where your PDF or DWF files will be located and if you will create a file for each sheet or a single file for all sheets you are batch plotting. The Sheet List button shows the current selected list or none if you have not selected one yet. Below the Sheet List button is the Publish To drop-down button. You will use either PDF or plotter named in page setup most of the time. These 5 icons are for adding, deleting, moving, or previewing sheet names in the list. Clicking on the Add Sheets icon will open the Select Drawings dialog box. Before selecting any drawings in the list, be sure you have selected what you want to include by clicking on the Include button. you may not want to load the model for all of the drawings you are adding, or you may want to only load the model for the drawings you are selecting. You can also select to load both the model and all layouts for the drawings you are selecting. It is also a good idea to have the prefix sheet title with file name selected. Select the drawings you want to plot. Note, you can select drawings from multiple folders and drives for a batch plot. If you have sheets that you do not want to plot in the list, then you must highlight those sheets and press the delete key or select the sheet delete icon. The up-down arrows allow you to move highlighted sheets in the plot order. In AutoCAD 2013 and later, you can select and drag sheets to a new position in the plot order. If you have any doubts as to how a sheet will look when plotted, then highlight that sheet and select the preview icon to check it out. This will allow you to select a different page setup for that drawing before plotting. Now that your sheet list is populated, you want to set the page setup configuration. If all the sheets are the same, model or layout, and will be plotted the same size, then make sure you have the first sheet highlighted in the list, and then select all the rest of the sheets. Then select the drop-down arrow in the Page Setup column on the first sheet. The list of available page setup configurations for that sheet will be listed. Scroll to the configuration you want to use for this batch plot and select it. If there are no configurations or the one you need is not present, then select Import at the bottom of the list. The Import Page Setups will open. Select the page setup you want and then select OK. The selected page setup will now be the default page setup for all of the selected drawings in this batch plot. You can have different configurations per sheet in the list, but be careful as this could cause problems when running the batch plot. Now that all the sheets to be plotted are listed, configured, and the Publish To target is set, save the list to a DSD file for future use. Select the Save icon at the top, navigate to the Project Drawing directory, and enter a name for the file and select Save. You are now ready to click on the Publish button at the bottom of the Publish dialog box. If you chose not to save your sheet list to a DSD file, you will be asked if you want to save the current list. Just select No or Cancel, and the batch plot will begin. For DWF or PDF outputs, you will be prompted for a location and file name. If you are not able to batch plot in the background, you will see a Publish Job Progress dialog box appear for each sheet. For all batch plot jobs, the Plot Publish Details Report icon will become animated until the job is done. If you plotted to a printer or plotter, the batch plot job should print uninterrupted on the printer or plotter as a single job, depending on the output device. Some devices allowed interruptions. If you plotted to a PDF or you have a default PDF viewer loaded on your PC, then either each sheet or the entire job will be opened once the batch plot job is done, depending on whether you selected single sheet or multi-sheet PDF. Here are some important things for you to remember. Save a DSD file for future use. Have page setups already configured or available for import, and if you have problems with your batch plot job, uncheck or clear the checkbox for Plot in Background. This concludes this tutorial.